The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands. You're not. We done picking cotton.
Maybe because these people, they are crazy because they always talk about how Christian they is.
If you could speak directly to Elon Musk, what would you say?
Fuck off.
That's it.
I'm gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just
you just voted to do it.
Y'all did it first, so you don't want to talk about
voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at calm down.
No, because this is what
y'all
y'all do.
Proceeding.
So I'm trying to get
Miss
clarification.
Crockett, you're not recognized. Miss
I
Crockett.
can't hear you with your
And
yelling.
You don't want
calm
me to
down.
Be,
Can
no,
you please calm
don't
down?
tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk
calm
noise.
One of the things I do want to point out that's not been laid out that honestly hurts my heart is when I saw the no votes, there were only 2 Caucasians. For the most part, the only people that voted no were people of color.
Yo, so we back in here for another edition of F-ya-Motha, and those was all clips of Jasmine Crockett being ghetto as fuck. Now, I got no problem with the ghetto. I'm from the hood. I'm from the community. I do have a problem when our quote-unquote spokespersons of the community is supposed to speak for us, and they on TV using ghetto ass vernacular, slang, just acting ratchet. I don't like that. I'm the type of person, I like my R&B singers that don't cuss. I like my politicians that's square. I like my rappers that's tough. I'm old school. I don't like this unorthodox shit. If you not a ratchet person, then you shouldn't be trying to pretend. Now, a lot of people I seen a while back, somebody was like, oh, she's code switching. I don't like that. There's certain times and places you need to code switch. As a politician speaking for the black community, ain't one. Because it makes you look like an idiot. And like I said, when I like my politicians square, I don't like them talking about child and Donald Trump, he an idiot. Or Elon Musk. The woman asked her what she think about Elon Musk. I would like to tell him to fuck off. Like, come on, bro. We don't need that. That's not classy. I just believe it's a certain type of decorum you're supposed to have in a certain setting. Like you wouldn't go to a wedding with sweats on, and you wouldn't go to court with a bonnet on. Or maybe you would, but you ain't supposed to. You get what the fuck I'm trying to say. I like people that play the role, you know what I'm saying? And it's not playing pretend, it's actually like being in it. Like, if you're a fucking fencer, you have a sword. If you're a basketball player, like, these are just things that help us identify you. You have a basketball jersey on. You don't go to fucking a basketball game with cleats on. So I don't like when politicians put on the exterior of a ghetto person or a hood person. You know what I'm saying? Even if you did come from that environment, you've been trained, you went to college, this bitch got master's degrees, you too polished for that. You know what I'm saying? That's like somebody polishing gold just to, I don't know. That's like somebody polishing gold just for you to play in the dirt with it. That don't make no sense. She looked plenty of stupid. Now, the woman that called her a ghetto black bitch, she ain't know much better, right? But this is the thing about politics, or at least in Trump's time or Trump's era, people that have been appointed or in his cabinet or people that are in Congress or whatever, I don't know what it is, they just been finagling ratchet ass low white trailer trash into politics. I don't know what that's about. It's a new phenomenon. Even when I was growing up, you had people like Bill Clinton, Dan Quayle, George Bush Sr., Ronald Reagan. Like, you had people that, even if they were scumbags, right, they was polished. They followed the decorum of being a classy person, tactful person. This Laura Loomer person is literally on the same spectrum as Marjorie Taylor Greene. So, like, I expect that. If she goes on to say who hired or who let this this ghetto, what she say, who let this ghetto black bitch in the ghetto black bitch in the Congress, right? It was on Twitter. Oh no, it says right here, hurts my heart that we have ghetto black bitches who hate America serving in Congress. Right? That's on Twitter. I didn't hear her say it. I'm pretty sure she probably said it to somebody. But yeah, like that's the consensus during the Trump administration. And as a black person, even if there are people that are ratchet and ghetto or whatever the fuck in politics, we already have a stigma. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying put on for white folks. What I am saying is that you don't need to feel the stigma. When I go into places, people think black people is ratchet, loud, ghetto, blah, blah, blah. I try to act tactful, right? I be mindful of where I'm at when I'm at it. I don't even say nigga. If I'm in a room full of mostly white people and it's another black person, yeah, I'm not even gonna say I keep the N word to a minimum. I don't use it because I don't need people to try to peg me as something other than what I'm not. Now I do use the N word, but that's an informal word, right? I believe there's an informal language that you use when you at the crib and when you at work or you in a public space that like calls for you to be a professional. I'm on this podcast. I'm not using super intellectual words. I'm not using uncommonly used words that most people might call smart words, right? I call them uncommonly used, right? Nobody says expeditiously commonly. Nobody says exponentially commonly, right? Unless you're in that setting. They call that intellectual jargon, right? So, but, and then I'm on a podcast, niggas on YouTube. Most of the people that follow me, niggas ain't that bright, so I gotta dumb it down a little bit. So I'm just always been a type of person to follow, like, make the decorum match. That's why I don't talk to chicks that act and dress like hoes, because I know what a hoe is. I know what hoes is. It's almost like the joke that your boy, what the fuck was that name? Damon Wayans. He kicked a joke about 30 years ago. So if your ass is 30 years old, you probably don't remember it, never heard it. But he goes on to say that like he approached a chick with her titties out. Like, you know what I'm saying? She said, what do you know, he walked up to her and said, how much? To which she said, I'm not a prostitute. He said, well, goddamn it, you got the prostitute's uniform on. And she was like, what? I might want to dress like this. He said, yeah, but what if I was dressed like a cop and you just got raped around the corner and you come around the corner talking about, officer, help me. And I tell you, oh, I'm not an officer. I just like wearing this uniform. That would fuck you up. And you'd be pissed off because you need assistance. And like, just the way I'm presenting myself is trickery. So it's along the same lines as that. Like, I just feel like she's not polished. She has no decorum. She's uncouth. I tried to find some videos. Look like she took them down on her TikTok page where she got a ratchet ass weave. She's just all like, if she ever ran for president, I wouldn't vote for her. It's not that she's a woman. She just doesn't have any tact. Just like Donald Trump. Now, I didn't vote for the drunk bitch Kamala Harris, but I just could not bring myself to vote for Trump because my man, wow, stupid. And whether he's racist or not, I can give a fuck less. I don't think he is, but he could be. Yeah, he was just dumb. He doesn't speak elegant. He doesn't speak tactful. He doesn't speak like he's knowledgeable what the fuck he's talking about half the time. Like, if I ever seen a nigga at a job that's freestyling it, Donald Trump is that. So yeah, I couldn't, in my heart, I couldn't bring myself to vote for him. I voted for Cornel West. independent party as the rest of you stupid people in America. But we see like there's a either or party in this country, and there's a bunch of remedial people that don't know shit about politics. All they know is how a person's appearance and personality is appealing, and that's what they vote for, which is the most remedial shit on the planet. But I digress. In any event, if you like this episode, I was trying not to badmouth a black woman, but you gotta call a spade. Leave a comment, like, tell your friends about it, subscribe, all that fly stuff, and I'm out.